with SF because the only reason why I think Radiant were having a good game was because of the SF being huge. They did have some definitely questionable plays, honestly, from both teams, but you know, you're always gonna have some questionable.
Let's see how we go in this game 2 as the draft kicks into gear. But I got some sad news out there for Stacy. Rusty has been given the kick because MMR is just a number. Actually have their regular teammate. It looks like IPIS has stepped in. You guys might know him as Dick and Balls during the drafting night. That is this player. His actual in-game name is not Dick and Balls. It is IPIS. IPIS. So we'll see him step in instead of Rusty, which is a shame because Rusty looked really good, but he's on another team, so they can't steal him from Raccoon Stack. He has to go back to his team, and we'll see how IPIS plays tonight. Shadow Fiend secured again, Ilstaya.
Yeah, the same openers for both teams. I can't remember if it was Shadow Fiend, then Bounty, or Bounty Shadow Fiend last game, but yeah, same openers. I think that Mercil did do the right things on the bounty, apart from that, as I mentioned, the one play where you see 2 enemy heroes, then you track and then you die for it. That in pubs probably works, but when people are on comms talking, it won't. But throughout the game, he did his job. He sort of tanked damage in lane. He was annoying, diverting their attention, spamming out tracks. He also went for all of the auras for his team, which... You know, we've talked about it before. When one team has auras and the team doesn't, it's a much more noticeable difference than when both teams have auras.
It was Mercil on the bounty. Yeah, and he just looked so good on it. Like you said, those auras. We saw the crimson. I think it was a crimson, right? That he had that saved the axe at
towards
the end.
Yeah.
And then he also had that pipe that you mentioned. So super cool to see. I've only ever seen Mercil play in a core role, so it's really interesting for me to see Mercil play in a support role. I don't know if he is a support player and just gets pushed up to core usually because he's got a good big old MMR number. But it's cool to see him playing as a support. He looks good. Keen to see if he can mesh well with Connor. I know that Mercil's quite quiet and Cena is the biggest loudmouth in all of Dota besides me. So I'm interested to see how they're...
Does Connor talk? I've had him muted for like 5 years, so...
Interesting to see how their chemistry plays out as the tournament goes on. Jakiro and Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
Who's playing Nature's Prophet?
I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like a Connor hero.
No, that doesn't.
So I'm hoping it's not him playing it. Okay,
that's the Connor hero for sure.
Even though I don't know if micros much, but you can get away with not micro.
He does actually. Ilstaya. Man is a bit.
How come I've never seen it?
I know. Man is a bit of a god at micro. Not as good as the like really busy micros. So things like Broodmother, but when it comes to like the mini micro, like your Lone Druids, your Beastmasters, your Visages, actually a bit of a god. And he's been, I know he's been practicing this Beastmaster for the other tournament, so keen to see if he can rip it up. Although...
I'm going to watch and criticize him.
I feel like we saw Zarnite play this mid recently as well. I feel like I remember seeing that, so could be Zarnite?
Yeah, it does feel like a Zarnite hero, and his axe is banned out.
Okay.
So far, I like both drafts. They're not revealing tons just yet, because you can kind of put the Prophet anywhere. Beast can sort of be 2 or 3.
I don't like Malfurion. I don't like Malfurion.
Okay, hater.
I think no. I like the hero Malfurion. I don't like him at the moment. I think that he can be...
when Gypsy's playing it and gets soothing saplings. TPing in
1v5ing.
Tipping in to do the suicide play.
I think I think this Nature's Prophet claps as a POS 1 if you've got a super organized team that knows how to defend and work with it. We saw a TI just won with it, right? People keep talking about Nisha's puck. No one talking about the fact that Mike was right there playing Nature's Prophet 1 and winning a TI with it. So, I don't know. I'm not seeing it played POS 1 in my games. I'm not seeing it played POS 1 anywhere else. The hero hasn't been changed a whole lot, and Mike still valuing it a whole bunch. So, that's where I'd like to see it played. If it's not played there, I don't want it in my game. I don't want it as a POS 3. I don't want it as a mid. I don't want it as a support. So, I know. We'll see how it goes.
Meanwhile, I think it's still fine. Like as a not so much as a 2, but as like a 3 or 4. If you can get away with playing greedy, if you can't get away with playing greedy, you may as well just not pick it. But
yeah, but you would say that because you're a Nature's Prophet spammer, Ilstaya.
Yes, and I'm one of the greediest players ever.
Meanwhile, Abaddon, on the other hand, good in every position, every game. So strong, so strong. This hero.
Abaddon's a pretty natural pickup after you see a Beastmaster. You know, Beast Brawl someone, you purge it off. Also nice having a low cooldown purge for bounty track. It's not like, you know, the bounty is now useless, but it can be nice to not have to worry about like, oh, we need a Lotus Orb or we're just all permanently tracked. And then they pick up another purge in the Legion. So purge galore. Legion, I like Legion, but I also don't think she's in a fantastic spot just because.
Well, she just got hit with that nerf, right? Like that like she was super strong because she could just press a button and get 6,000 shield. But they've got rid of that, and now she's.
Oh yeah, but it's been like that for ages now. Yeah, like I feel. Yeah. But yeah, when the facets were first introduced, it was insane. I kind of would like to see a Spoils of War facet and just go for getting the team super strong. I don't know if that's necessarily gonna be the play, but I think it's funny.
How about this? How about she gets a new ability, a new facet, where she can compel her ally to duel the enemy? What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I'd pick a Degrees team.
Oh, absolutely, sure. I would. 100% you bet that I'm picking POS 4 commander and compelling my POS 5 to 1v1 their POS 1 over and over again. That's probably why it's not in the game, Ilstaya. That sentence I just said, probably why it's not in the game.
Possibly. Yeah, I don't hate the hero, but I don't think she's in a great spot. And aside from the SF, she doesn't really have anyone yet to play with. Jakiro provides sort of damage over time and sort of harass. Abaddon doesn't provide damage. So unless she has a really good early game, if she's not with the SF, she's probably not getting
crush your enemies.
Their last
see them driven before you, and they hear the lamentation of the women.
And a lifesteal pickup, not a hero we've seen a whole lot of recently.
Hold on. Sorry to interrupt you, Ilstaya. Is that Bops interrupting me? But Berg Katzi, who turned up tonight, and if I'm pronouncing that wrong, tell me now, because homie just subscribed for 3 months. Let's freaking go, Berg Katzi. Turns up tonight, drops a follow, drops a 3-month sub. I'm glad you're having fun, boo. I'm glad you thought that I was worth subscribing to, you maximum QT. Everyone give some QTs in chat for our boy Berg. Thank you, Berg Katzi. That is absolutely hype. And thank you to all the followers and subs tonight. There's been heaps of them tonight, so thank you guys. I love you all. I can see there's 43, 44 of you all hanging out in chat, having some fun. I'm looking through the list and I'm seeing so many absolutely incredible names and awesome players and just good people. So I love that my chat is filled with good people, not losers. That makes me very, very, very happy, and it warms my heart. So I love you all very, very much. And again, thank you for the sub, Berg. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I like these 2 most recent bans for both teams here.
Okay.
The Earth Spirit would have fit in very nicely for MMR. It's just the number. Not only is it an infest like bomb target, not that you see that happen as much. It's also, you know, not really cooldown reliant. And then also the Quap would have been a fantastic hero to play with the Legion.
Yeah, for sure. And Storm Spirit as well.
Yeah, Storm and Puck as well. Kind of. I feel like Quap, Storm, and Puck are just like the go-to bans if you're needing to ban out mid nowadays, because those are probably the top 3.
So it's the Void then, right?
10 seconds.
Yeah, I think Void would be fine this game for both teams, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would be very surprised if we don't see a Void picked up here. I don't know which one.
If Radiant don't get someone with a lot of burst, I don't think this Legion is going to have much of an impact unless she snowballs super hard from a really good lane.
But then
I
again,
don't know if she'll necessarily have a good lane.
Can you play the Nature's Prophet as a support into the Legion commander? Like, sure, the Legion just blink bursts him again and again and again. So do they have to make the Prophet a core?
No, because you just never go do stupid plays all off alone by yourself. You stay near one of your cores, and only really show up once you know where the Legion is. It's player runnable. Like the Legion is not as mobile as someone like a Storm who can zip from much further away, or a puck or something. She's going to be reliant on her blink.
Okay. I trust you. You're my big brain analyst, Ilstaya. So
the question is it going to be support Pudge or core Pudge? Pudge also nice versus Legion. Schedule someone, you have your shard and you just gobble them up. I really hate the fact that that is a shard because it is so strong. And an Invoker. I like the Invoker pickup. If it's going to be Exhort.
Oh, Pudge mid. Okay. So, Prophet, going to be a support. This is Ipus's first performance.
That is the most fucking disgusting Beastmaster set. Jesus Christ. Of course, Connor has a shitty, ugly set. Lon, on the other hand, dripping out.
Lon does have maximum drip. Very upset not to see any kawaii skins for Abaddon. Abaddon is the most kawaii hero in Dota. It has been written in the sands of time. No kawaii skin for him, but yeah, Lon.
Yeah,
Lon dripping.
Abaddon is also a crime.
I think so. Yep. But, hey, we'll get to see Ipus's first performance on Nature's Prophet. He's got Soothing Saplings queued up, so maybe all these players know something that we don't know, Ilstaya. Zarnite going to be taking the Pudge mid as well.
He's been infected by gypsies.
Oh no, there he goes. He knows that there is a meta and he should follow it and locks in the Iron
Soothing Saplings, for it to actually be like a pickable facet, needs a massive buff. Not even just like a little one. It needs a massive buff.
For sure, yeah.
I think you'd have to either double the heal or make it like a burst heal. Because it's just dog shit.
Okay, well, let's see if they can make it work in the second game of Team Yokono Sumire versus Team MMR is just a number. So, once again, looks like Gachi Stack taking Radiant. We've got Killer Ari on Jakiro, Zenith on the Abaddon, and on Invoker, Lon on Legion Commander, and Gachi on Shadow Fiend. For Team Dire, we have Yushel Meow on the Lifestealer, Zarnite on the Pudge, Cena on the Beastmaster, Mercelmere on the Bounty Hunter, and also known as Ipus, also known as Dick and Balls during the drafting phase, playing Nature's Prophet. I'm keen to see how he plays. I don't know him. I've never seen him play before, so keen to see if he can pull it out.
Based on the set, it won't be good, but
I think he had about 8.5k MMR. I'm pretty sure about 8.4, 8.5.
Yeah, he was one of the higher MMR players, I believe.
Let's see if he can rip it up.
30 seconds and counting.
Not impressed so far. Okay, Mercel getting a little right click onto Killer Ari. Zarnite looking for a hook here. Might find one, but has to be careful because that Pudge can die very quickly on the back lines. Soothing Saplings dropped onto Killer Ari, and now they're putting some pain onto Mercelmere. They've brought the Vision, and Mercel is just going down. They hook Zenith, but that's not the hero that they want to get. Zenith, one of the harder heroes to kill, especially with that big old shield. Looks like on the sidelines, they're going to try and click him down. That will be Ipus taking the kill. Zarnite now caught with 4 heroes, slowed by the Rays, slowed by the Jakiro, and it won't be long before they click him down as well. Throws a spite hook, but down he goes. 2 kills going the way of Team Yokono.
Yeah, the Abaddon got first blood. Not ideal for the team, but Gachi does get a kill himself, so it's whatever. And who got the other kill? The Prophet. Nothing crazy. Definitely, obviously benefits Radiant, but it will depend on how the lanes play. I will say this lane for Dire bottom is a little scary. But if the Prophet can bully the Jakiro and stop him from being aggressive onto the Beastmaster, it should be okay. But once Gachi hits the point where he can just spam out raises, it'll be a bit tough for Cena, but he can farm the jungle.
How do the raises go into the boars? Like, in my mind, and again, you're much better at this game than me, Ilstaya. Let's just clarify that to everyone in Twitch chat. But in my mind, I see the Beastmaster just getting a bunch of boars and running Gachi down again and again and again. You think that's not going to happen? You think Gachi's just going to nuke him?
You can just level like 2 Shadow Rays is pretty comfortable that you can get 2 Shadow Races out and it'll just kill the boars.
Okay.
And he also will hit decently hard, so they also don't have any armor into the presence aura. So very, very easy for him to kill.
Cool. Alright, well let's see if that is what happens in this lane. I reckon it will, because you're never wrong. Ina taking a whole bunch of damage immediately, just as you said, and his boars are already dead. Okay, you were right. I was wrong.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, your boars earlier also aren't very strong. Like, but if Prophet focuses on stacking camps for his beast, he'll come out of the lane fine.
Okay, well, we're going to see Ithis going down here, I think. There's the raise. One more right-click from Killer Ari, and that will be a kill going the way of Team Yokono. They're actually going to put some pain onto Cena as well. Raise is up. Drops it, but a beautiful, beautiful wand usage from Connor keeps himself alive. Maybe should have just died there, but...
Yeah, probably would have just been worth it to die. Meanwhile, mid, going well for Anne. Zarnite having a bit of a harder time. He can't do the shenanigans that his axe does. Oh, does get a hook though.
Ooh, hook, hang on. Looks like he's actually got him underneath the tower, and that's +1.
And yeah, he was not having a good lane, and then he gets 1 hook on the tower, and it's fine. And maybe we'll now have to be a bit more cognizant of, you know, keeping creeps in the way. And Lon is also having a fantastic time top. Top of the CS.
Yeah, I've been clicking up here and having a little bit of a look. Cena going down. Unable to do much against that. Shadowfiend. I've been looking into this top lane, and they keep dropping the Lifestealer slow onto someone and then trying to run at them, but the Dispel's coming out. So, like, the Lifestealer not able to really put the aggression down.
2 kind of weak laners for Dire, Bounty and Lifestealer. They don't offer a whole lot, and the one thing that they could potentially play off is just going to get purged. And in fact, there's 2 purges, so... I mean, not that one hasn't leveled up yet, but... Yeah, it's going to be quite a passive lane for Dire. And in fact, Mercil goes down.
Yep. We've seen it before. You buy vision, and Bounty dies. Turns out, invisibility is not invincibility.
Ipis is kidnapping the creep wave, which I like, because I think he knows that this lane is going to get harder and harder for his Beastmaster to play in. In fact, he ends up just pulling it into the creep camp. So a bit of a misplay there. But yeah, they should definitely do some creep pulling shenanigans, because the lane is just going to get harder and harder for Senior. In fact, he might die here if I don't mind. Dual breath on cooldown.
They like to go for their creep instead. Hang on, top lane. Yushao Meow actually getting run down. Zenith getting very low, but Mercil, it does not have the damage to deal with him, so we'll have to back up. I saw a little bit of a Malfurion port there. Lon putting aggression on to that little bounty hunter, getting bounty hit. And Lon's gonna back up to his creep wave. That tower takes a whole bunch of damage.
I wonder if it would have been better to put the Prophet top to harass a little bit better, and to completely sack bottom and just have the bounty stack for the Beastmaster and say get whatever XP you can recover in the jungle.
Bounty,
because the Prophet can't really do that much bottom either. Like, it would be a little bit better top.
Yeah, and the bounty,
like, instead of stacking...
like, would appreciate the XP catch up from creep camps. Like, it doesn't matter if he's low level earlier, he's there to provide information. And Beast, really good at taking Ancients. Like, that's this hero's 101. We've seen 33 again and again and again, using his boars to stack Ancients while in lane, and then just mopping them at 7 or 8 minutes, so...
Yeah, because instead of stacking one lane... instead of stacking 2 lanes, which is kind of what they're doing now, without... Like, it's unintentional. They could have just intentionally sacked 1 lane and given the Lifestealer a better lane.
Oh, aggression now onto Invoker. They've brought all heroes to make sure that he goes down, but he gets a beautiful whirlwind off and actually might be able to get away. A stun, a hook, drags him on back, and Zarnite takes the kill. That's +1 for the Pudge. That makes 2.
And that is the other option. You gank mid. You have a global, presence. Yeah, a good kill. And I without...
It's just Connor getting caught. Like you said, the slow from the razors and the...
no, he doesn't have Shadow Maya, so there's no slow. But
Because just the dual breath. The dual breath slowing him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dual breath and liquid frost. Very, very frustrating to play into as a melee, especially in lane. I was going to say, so the Invoker's Crossbow X, which I think is the go-to, but I would have liked to see an X-Sword just because you can then contribute to your Legion's duels from anywhere. And again, they don't really have a whole lot of extra damage.
Oh, Cena just got back to lane, but a hook gonna pull that Shadow Fiend out of position. Uh-oh, Gachi. Looks like Zaunite has come to play and a double damage secures that kill. Holy, killing spree going the way of Zaunite. Nice little hook from him. Gachi getting caught with his pants down.
Yeah, a nice rotation from Zaunite there, and even nicer because, like, you know, it's not like you're a Quap TPing in and you can blink and scream and, you know, do that kind of stuff. You're reliant on getting your hook off correctly. So not only a nice TP, but actual, you know, execution of spells. And he steals the creep camp, which is also something that you need to factor in when you're playing against Pudge mid. He is going for CS, but it can also just, you know, same with Miranas. You know, they just throw an arrow into the camp.
Yeah, Torty likes to talk about this because Torty plays a whole bunch of Pudge, and he seems to think that you just cannot underestimate the Pudge just casually hooking your jungle camps. I reckon though that Yu Xiao Miao might be in a bit of trouble because there's an Invoker coming. There's a duel on that Legion, and he is not next to his tower, so... Yeah. Do they have the damage to kill him? They probably do, right? Duel, straight onto that. Yep, they definitely have the damage to kill him, but not the damage to kill him within the Torty. Pops a rage, gets inside, a creep, and hang on, actually might be getting on out of there. Now Lon on half HP, Urn coming out from the Furion. I don't like the Urn in a game with 2 dispels, Ilstaya.
I also don't like it. I also think...
Ooh, Hook catches the Abaddon, he's brought to the low ground. He is only level 5 and will be going down. Looks like the Lifestealer was trying to block that Legion, but Zaunite's now caught on low ground, and Mercil and the other support, Ipus, trying to keep Zaunite alive, cannot keep him alive. Yusou Mao jumping out of his creep and now playing forward onto that Invoker taking some clicks, but they drop the dust. They know where that bounty is, and they know where Ipus is. It looks like Legion trying to run down Ipus, but Yusou Mao is still alive, now diving underneath the tower. Gonna try and get out of here. Bit of a messy team fight, and I reckon I'll probably kill this Lifestealer here.
And Jewel's coming up 4 down.
Duel is, and there it is. They grab him, taunt him, and kill him. First big duel win going the way of Legion.
That was a really nice rotation from Zana. He does go down. He actually has a blink now, so he's gonna, looks like, go bottom and try and get a surprise kill with it, which is definitely what they need. In fact, they actually have Roar, so they can just roar into hook. But Gachi is just leaving. He knows that it's dangerous. He has no support here bottom. What was I gonna say? No, it's gone. Oh yeah, no, so I was gonna say the Jakira's level 7 to the Beastmaster's level 6. They have stacks to catch up with. It does not look like it. Because that's something you need to prioritize with a beast. If you're having a hard lane, especially a lane that can kill your boars, you just send your boar to the jungle, stack for yourself.
Oh, you talk about that blink on Zaunite, and he puts it to work immediately onto Legion. Legion taking a whole bunch of damage, but can walk away thanks to the ice path, at least for now. Turning and dueling. Holy! Actually gets a cheeky kill onto Mercil. Mercil thinking he's thicker than he is, and out comes the hook straight onto Killari. Killari brought to the high ground. They dropped the ice path, but I don't think it's going to be enough to keep him alive. Ooh, he's actually pinned inside the trees. There he is. The Sprout keeping him in position, but the Abaddon putting in work to keep that Jakiro alive, and that little fight there might be some grim signs of what's to come later, because they don't really have a whole lot of burst, and Abaddon can really grief teams that don't have burst.
Yes. I mean, both teams don't actually have a whole lot of burst this game. And that's what I was going to say. So when you mentioned the Vessel on the Prophet, I agree. I don't like it. It's against 2 purges, and also there's no one really that's super reliant on healing. I mean, like, sure, the Legion does, you know, lifesteal, but I think a Solar would be so much better. You chuck the Solar as well onto your Treant, and it can take towers very easily.
Cena and Ibis porting in straight onto this Invoker, but they don't have any vision. They put the vision down, but it's a little bit too late and they have to get on out of there. The macro's dropped on top of them and now Connor taking a whole bunch of damage. If that vision came out a little bit earlier, they might have been getting a kill, but instead they're feeding one. A hook actually pulls Connor away and he manages to live, at least for now. Zarnite throwing out a beautiful save hook. They're going to put their aggression onto Ipus. Ipus in a whole bunch of trouble. Not able to get on out of there. No duel though. They'll just take a cheeky little kill. Nice save from Zarnite.
Yes, and he's probably not prioritizing Shard super hard because he's a core. But when he has Shard, he can save, obviously, from Jules. And yeah, so back to the Prophet. If he had a Solar, as soon as someone gets dueled, if they're 4 HP, if he TPs in and Solar someone, I don't think they're dying.
Yeah.
Radiant really don't have a whole lot of damage.
Good point.
So yeah, not only do I think it's a bad Urn/Vessel game, I think it's a good Solar game.
Oh, Zarnite might be in a bit of trouble here. The stun comes out from Invoker and he's going to try and back one up. An Ice Path will kick him into position at least for now. Mercil dropping the track, but the track doesn't stop them from just putting their clicks down onto Zarnite. Zarnite is dead. Looks like Ipus coming to play, but I think very shortly he'll be running away because that Invoker is hitting like an absolute truck. Malfurion realizes that was not the place to port, and Killer Ari actually dropping the dust to make sure that he can catch that bounty. Doesn't quite connect, but they don't really care about the bounty because they're just putting the right clicks out onto the Malfurion. The Malfurion is dead. Mercil living away underneath his tower. Ipus feeding himself away there. Meanwhile, Gachi farming.
Yeah, Gachi is being left alone and top of the net worth with his other cores closely behind.
Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
What items do we have coming up for people? Pretty standard, it looks like, on Dire.
Zarnite blinking for Lon. Yusham Yao walking in at Lon. They pop the bite, and they're going to put as many clicks as they can onto Lon, but Lon will have the Dispel. Actually electing to just go for the duel straight on into this Pudge. Putting the right clicks down, but doesn't have the same amount of right clicks as that Legion. Legion still getting burst, so that's the first kill. Going the way of MMR is not a number. It's just a number, rather. Zarnite blinking forward and throwing a hook, but there he blinks over the top of an Invoker. Invoker just drops the EMP, drops the right clicks, and that's going to be a dead Pudge. They're playing for more here, Ilstaya. Tornado. Sprout to try and block. And we'll get a successful disengage.
So the other thing I don't like about Vessel is when both supports are going for it, like they are this game.
Oh, phew. Not only is it a terrible Urn game, and it hurts me to say that because Urn is my favorite item, not only is it a bad Urn game, but both supports... I mean, you've talked about this, Ilstaya. These are new teams. They're fresh. They're still feeling each other out.
Yeah, they are. But I think you should be checking your teammates' items.
Dueling Cena. Maybe killing Cena. Cena pops his wand, and then, the pathing issue actually pops the roar onto the Legion. It's going to disappear into the trees. They do have a whole bunch of ads, but the... beautifully placed Sunstrike catches the Beastmaster and bursts him. Lovely read there from Anne.
Yeah, and I think that was right on the edge too. Cena actually stopped. I think he was microing. It moved one step further. I think he actually wouldn't have gotten hit. No duel win for the Legion though, so only sitting at 20 at almost 15 minutes. So it's an okay number. I think we've seen him have 2 duels that he's not won. No, actually 3 at least. So, he could have potentially be sitting at 50 here. So it's not terrible. Sometimes you have like Gamers Legion and you have 0 at 15 minutes and you just are despairing. But that's part of the lack of damage his team has if the SF isn't there.
Does he care though if his SF is like at 8,800 gold to the lifesteal is 6,300 gold?
Oh yeah, of course. It's just, if you're picking Legion, you're picking it so that you can win duels and snowball.
Reckon he's probably winning this duel. That's a spicy meatball. Actually doesn't get the duel, but will get 2 kills here because there's no way Malfurion is making out of this one. 4 heroes clicking him. Moments from now, he'll be looking at that death screen once again. And you know what? I hate to do it to the player, but how many deaths does Malfurion have? 5. All right.
Only 5. It's not crazy, but yeah, you can't. You're not a tanky hero. You can't be TPing in like that. You're not providing any actual benefit for your team with the items that you have. And also the skill build of his I hate, personally. Sprout is such a pathetic nuke and can actually just grief your team, especially when you have two, in fact all three melee cores. I think you either go all in on the Trine or you go all in on the TP and just try and create pressure either by threatening towers or just by constantly TPing around and dragging people away so they have to focus on you instead of your cores. But again, I also hate that they have a Vessel and an Urn.
Yeah, so as I was saying earlier, like before Lon bumped into Beastmaster, they actually take Roche in the top lane there too. Before Lon, hang on, looks like they're gonna jump at Connor here. I'll finish my thought in just a second. Casina hiding on the high ground, but Lon finds him. The duel comes out, and he's putting all the clicks that he can onto this Beastmaster. Beastmaster will go down this time, and the duel is won by Lon. Lon trying to play forward, but the Sprout does mean they get everyone else out. So, what I was going to say is that these are new teams. They are still trying to work out how they gel, how they work together. We saw last game Team Yokono maybe not looking like a team that has played together before. Now they're starting to vibe and feel themselves a bit more. This time, MMR is just a number. Looking good in that first game, but struggling to put the puzzle pieces together in this game. Remember, they've swapped players since last game as well. So maybe expecting the aggression from Rusty that they had, maybe just not understanding how Ipus wants to play his game and vice versa. So there are mistakes that are going to be made when teams are still learning each other, learning how to read each other, getting that trust, etc. So
no, everyone should play perfectly from the get-go. And they're going to be pressuring a tower this Aegis, and I'm not sure what Dire can do.
Oh, looks like in the back lines, the Legion actually just blinks in onto Connor. Connor has just come back and now just beats another kill away. Yushao Miao playing forward onto Lon, but Lon super thick and has a whole bunch of damage. He's just going to get on out of there. Yushao Miao having to play to the high ground now. Looks like Anne going hunting, seeing who else he can connect with. Can't connect with anyone, unfortunately, there, because they didn't have the vision in time.
Yeah, we're still seeing though that Lon is doing the right thing and going aggressive. He's just lacking the damage from his teammates, unless the SF is right there.
Gachi hungry this game. Gachi gotta eat.
Yeah.
This SF is so spooky, Ilstaya. Look how stacked he is. Look at his items.
He's very farmed. Although he was very farmed in the last game early on, so you never know. In fact, he's gonna walk right into Sarnite here.
There's that Solar Crest. Pavis at the moment, but will be a Solar Crest.
It's a good Solar game. What I was gonna say is, ooh, the hook, but it's on an Abaddon with ulti. Yeah, what I was gonna say is, whilst Lon has a hard game this game because he doesn't have damage coming out from his supports or even the Invoker, oh no, he's getting more levels in Exort, so he does do a decent Sunstrike. I also don't like Dire's draft, to be honest. I don't like the support pairing of Bounty Prophet, and I don't like a Lifestealer in this game. I think, in Pudge is weird.
Such a negative Nancy. I don't like this, and I don't like that, and I don't like this. You know what? I agree with everything that you're saying. It's just funny. They're just like, I hate their items, I hate their builds, I hate their heroes.
I mean, I love Prophet. I just don't like this item build, and I don't like this skill build, and I don't like it with a Bounty as a support duo. Like, if you asked me and said, what's a better support duo? I mean, I don't love Abaddon Jakiro either, to be honest. But it's still preferable, I think, to Bounty Prophet. Bounty and Prophet as supports, if you're not popping off early, you're just going to be useless. At least Jakiro always has some value, and at least Abaddon can always shield, and it's a good shield game too, like we talked about.
Yeah. They just called Gachi's D2LA, which is quite nice. But that'll be out of play for a little bit.
On's Courier too, I don't know if he had anything on it. But...
is
Hey, they're playing forward. Lon popping his BKB and running straight at Cena. Cena taking a whole bunch of damage, and there's a Cataclysm. Holy! That Beastmaster just explodes, and I reckon Ibis is to follow. Mercil playing forward here to try and get them off of Ibis, and that actually works. It looks like Ann is going to turn around. Zarnite blinking in straight on top of that Invoker, but Invoker is already dead. That's a 6 kill streak going the way of Zarnite. So they sack their Beastmaster, but they catch the Invoker for it. I think you say worth there? Yeah, you definitely say worth. Look at that golden XP swing. Holy.
Yeah, worth it. You are still giving a kill to the Legion, a dual win to the Legion, so it's still good for Dire, don't get me wrong, but they aren't... It's not just an Invoker kill, it's an Invoker kill plus a level 2 duel, so 20 damage.
Jesus, Ipus walking straight into that big scary Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend putting the clicks out. One more would have been enough, but elects to back up. Zarnite hunting for a support, gets clicked by this Jakiro, so actually they're going to drop the macro onto him, and he's being frostpathed inside of it. The dust comes out. BKB's not going to save him from Gachi's right clicks. Let's see if he elects to go left or right here. All right, he's going right to get away from Gachi. Gachi strolling on him. Remember, he does have a 4-star to try and catch this Pudge off guard. Pudge hiding behind the tree and actually gets the blink away because Zarnite is an absolute gamer. All right. Let's go, Zarnite. Meanwhile, mid lane, Beastmaster actually finding Legion. Legion goes for the duel, but doesn't have the damage to kill him. All right, and they actually manage to catch Lon. Lon in a whole bunch of trouble. Down he goes, a return kill. They drop the duel, but don't secure it. Instead, Lon goes down.
Yeah, even though Connor's having a rough game, he is quite tanky with the Helm of the Overlord. It's a lot of armor, and obviously he's universal, but he has 2.9 strength game, so hard to bring down.
Yuseo Meow walking at the Jakiro. Jakiro in a whole bunch of trouble. He's got the save from the Abaddon, and the Abaddon is going to hit him with the heal. Abaddon getting very low. That'll be his ult popping. Looks like Gachi popping his ult to get rid of them all, but none of them are hit by it, so Dire might get hungry knowing that Shadow Fiend's ult is down. Shadow Fiend still not having a BKB, electing to go for the crit stick before BKB this game. I guess with the Beastmaster scream in play, you maybe think that the BKB's not as worth, but I mean, I'd still be getting the BKB.
Yeah, it's not a crazy good BKB game because they have Bite and Raw, and aside from that, what does he really have to worry about? Open wounds doesn't really matter that much. He's a ranged hero. Bounty is irrelevant. Prophet is a sprout, but he has a pike for that, and again ranged, and also he has a Quelling Blade, so he's fully prepared. So yeah, I think he can skip the BKB. He might not even get it at all this game.
Okay, remembering that for my next pub I play with you, Wilstaya. BKB, trash item, will not buy.
I mean, I will avoid buying BKBs.
Hang on, hook onto Gachi, brings him to the high ground. Looks like Zarnite elects to blink away because of the Dispel of Zenith. Connor going in, dropping the Scream onto Gachi, and there it is, another Dispel, keeping him alive. Holy, they've dropped a whole lot for that Shadow Fiend, and that Shadow Fiend is still just alacritied and walking away. They drop the Sprout, he force-starts himself through it. Yusha Miao playing forward, has to get out of there because of the macro. They just committed everything they had to try and kill Gachi, and Gachi is still on full HP. That is not a great sign for Team MMR. It's just a number, and Gachi's just going straight back to sieging. He's got the alacrity. He's just gonna stand and man fight that tower, putting the damage out. With all of these heroes standing behind him, Ilstaya, I think he feels a little bit unkillable.
Yeah, again, that's like, he doesn't need a BKB. He's got 2 purges, 1 heal purge and 1, shield purge, plus of course the Abaddon's other heal.
Whoa, okay, Legion going straight on in. There's a Cataclysm. That's gotta be a dead. Ooh, life stealer leaving on the most minuscule amount of HP. Manages to get inside Mercil and it's on out of there. Gachi playing forward, trying to put some damage onto that. Ooh, Malfurion, but now he's caught on his own. He actually pops his on. He's gonna put the right clicks out onto Mercil. Mercil backing on up. Gachi sending in the ice path so they can't engage onto him. Lon blinking forward with a beautiful overwhelming ult. Manages to burst that Malfurion now. They're trying to get on out of there because they're on low HP. Crit stick on that Shadow Fiend might be enough to deter him, at least for now. So they get 2 buybacks out of MMR is just a number, and they're going to back on out.
Yeah. Pudge going for a Blade Mail, which I understand why he's getting it. I think his team needs him to have Ags and Shard really desperately, though. Like the Shard to eat and save his teammates, and also just the Rot Ags for the extra damage and the regen reduction.
Something just hit me, Ilstaya, so I'm sorry to interrupt you. I forgot to mention a follow, and it's been 2 minutes since they followed. So Tusky, if you're still here, Tusky, I am sorry that I missed your follow. Absolute QT, thank you for the follow, you absolute Omega Chad. Love you, boo. And all of you QTs out there still in the chat having fun, bopping along with me and Ilstaya. I appreciate all of you QTs. Thank you, Tusky, for the follow.
Oh no, Tobbs is in the chat. The average age just went up by about 400. Radiant are taking Roche right now.
I think Novagrams was in there as well, so...
Oh god.
Yeah, average age of our Bops chat tonight, probably around 90, 95. Do you reckon they drag it up enough?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Mercil and Connor hiding bottom, hoping one person comes back and they can kill them. I like the attempt. I don't know if someone will come. Maybe the Invoker? I don't know if they have the damage to kill him though. Oh, Zana is here though.
This looks to me like a throw. This looks to me like they go on the Invoker, Rainbow TPs. Oh, here we go. We'll see if it is the hook. A beautiful hook coming out from Zoundite. Catches the Invoker. They drop the Beast Roar. Do they have the damage to deal with him? No! He gets pushed up to the high ground. Holy! Goes invisible. Zoundite trying to stay on top of him and puts a pain out onto that Invoker, but he heals so quick. They try to put the clicks out. The BKB pops. Mercil dropping the track onto Abaddon, but Abaddon just gets on out of there, and now they port back. It works. They managed to catch the Invoker, and now they're thinking about playing forward onto Gachi. Getting 4-staffed on out of there. Winded up his ult and will get it off. The hook slightly misses, and it looks like they're going to drop the Macropire to try and slow him down. Gachi left alone. No Invoker to keep him alive. Yusha Meow trying to put the right clicks out, but Gachi just standing there putting the pain onto this Lifestealer. Lon jumping in with a beautiful overwhelming odds, taking out 2. Ooh, they're actually electing to turn now onto the Beastmaster. Beastmaster in a whole bunch of trouble down. He goes. They kill Cena. Ooh, no Malfurion, no Bounty, no Beastmaster for 40 seconds, but he does have his buybacks. Looks like Lon finds the Pudge. Does have the Lifestealer inside him. They're gonna have to buy back on the Beastmaster, but what does Beastmaster do without his Roar? Gachi sieging their towers. They can't kill the creep. They've got the banner down. Gachi pulled out of position, looked towards the Beastmaster and the Lifestealer. They're trying to put the clicks down, but out comes the Dispel once again. Looks like a duel onto Yusha Meow. There's the Cataclysm, and boom goes the Lifestealer. Looks like Team Yokono this time, showing that they have fangs. Not wanting to drop this second game and playing as hard and fast as they can. Gachi brought under tower, rooted, kept in position for now. They drop the Roar, but again, the Dispel comes out and he just stands in man fights. They deal with that pesky Abaddon, but it's going to cost them the Beastmaster. Beastmaster dead, and now it's just Ipis left alone with a very scary Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend throwing out 2 right clicks and almost bursting him. He retreats to his fountain, and GG is called. 1-1 here tonight in this 2-game series. Ilstaya.
Yeah, I mean, game 1, I think that MMR is just a number, had some fantastic plays, and they made their draft work. And then game 2, I think this for me really was just, I mean, you know, ignoring the questionable item builds and skill builds,